This question gives us an exponential graph, and in this exponential graph you see that there's a shifted asymptote, and that shifted asymptote means it's not at y equals 0, not on the x-axis, it's shifted up 3 units, and therefore that's important for us as we're trying to write this equation. Exponential growth with this curve, but an asymptote that's not at 0. So in doing so, our steps, if you recall, are to first make a table. Right, so make a table and you want to make sure you include x equals 0. We're actually given x equals 0, so this problem has one less step than some others where you'd have to work backwards. And then amend the table with a y minus k column. So let's get into that here. So here we have our table of values. I've already put 0, 7, and 2, 15.96, but we need to pay attention to the fact that what you have is an asymptote at y equals 3. Right, so here we have that horizontal asymptote, so our amended column is going to be y minus 3, because if you recall, we want to know what this distance is from the asymptote to the curve. So it's not the y value we care about, it's that distance. And so 7 minus 3 is 4, 15.96 is 12.96, and those are the values that we're going to use in order to find our multiplier, our b. So you take your b value, or to find b, you do the square root, because this is a gap of 2, so you don't really need to do a third root, like the Math 5 button, because this is just a gap of 2. So, and then you're going to do your 12.96 and divide by 4. And when you do that on your graphing calculator correctly, you're going to get 1.8 as your multiplier. So we now have our multiplier. We also actually already know our a value as well. This a value is always going to be in your amended column at x equals 0. So we were already given the 0 output. Now we need that 4. And from that information, we know our k, our a, and our b, the multiplier. So you can write out your equation with that information. Y equals 4, and then multiplier is 1.8 to the x, and then your y-intercept is your y-asymptote is plus 3. And that is going to be the exponential equation that passes through those 2 points with this asymptote.